Creativity Podcast. I'm your host, Bruce Outridge, and if you're listening to this on the podcast, we're at episode number 85, and we have a very special guest today. Today we are going to talk to drummer Rich Redmond. Now, if you don't know who Rich is, you may not be a country music fan, but if you are a country music fan, you're going to certainly know who Rich is. Rich is the drummer for the big stars. He's been playing the last 20 years with Jason Aldean. He's played with Garth Brooks. Almost everybody across the board. You name it. He's based out of Nashville, Tennessee, and is not only a drummer, but is a speaker and author and has his own podcast and is giving back to the community, does drum clinics, all kinds of stuff. Rich is just an amazing guy. We were connected through another drummer friend of mine, Kelly Gannon, who is out in Calgary, Alberta, and Kelly put us together. Rich and Kelly have a mutual friend, and that's how we got in touch. And Kelly sent him to me, and I was so happy to have him on the show. And we just hit it off. We both are a lot alike, and really enjoyed listening to Rich. So check out this episode, and we're going to be right back after this with Rich Redmond from Nashville, Tennessee. Stay tuned. Listen, I know what everybody's wanting to know because I'm probably wanting to know it too. You've played with some of the biggest bands. You're with Jason Aldean and Garth Brooks, and I can go on and on. If you go to your website, everybody will see all the names you've played with.
Yeah.
So what's it like to be with these big guys? Like, we all dream of that, right? But there's got to be a lot of demands as a professional in that space. So what's it like to be on the road with these guys? Is it what we see on TV?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's like, tell everybody, it's like kind of like dispel the whole myth. I was like, hey man, I never get starstruck because I remember two things. These people, they poop and they pay taxes.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And they have all their own insecurities and weaknesses and concerns and trials and tribulations in life. But no, it's been really great. The Garth Brooks thing, I got to back him up at the CRS convention here recently in Nashville. Both he and Jason were on stage, and I got to shake his hand. And how many times have someone played Friends in Low Places, with a cover band or a wedding band or something? So my philosophy on getting to the big stage is if you treat every gig like you're playing with Garth Brooks or you're playing Madison Square Garden, you will eventually play with Garth Brooks, or you eventually will play Madison Square Garden. But no, and life gives you, gifts. I mean, I've been playing with Jason Aldean for almost 20 years. We all finish each other's sentences. He's a very loyal person. Yeah. He's had the same band. We've recorded 8 records, 28 singles, 20 which have been number one songs. We played every late night show, every morning show, the Saturday Night Lives, the Grammys, seen the world together. And it's just an amazing thing. When you put all your effort into something and you never mail anything in and you're always playing and performing from the peak of your ability and from your heart, I think you can, write your ticket to success. And it's been just an amazing journey, just so fun,
Wow. So when you play a song, if you decide to change up, I'm assuming you have a bad day. You seem like a real person like the rest of us. So I'm sure there's a time when you're at sound check or whatever. And even though what you're supposed to play, it doesn't come out right. I know it works for me. So I'm sure. Yeah. What happens? Do they how do you correct that as a professional? You've got to play it a certain way, the crowd, or does nobody notice? Maybe you can cover it up. I don't know. How does that work?
Well, I think everybody in our band and everybody in Nashville that, operates at this level, whether they be a recording musician or a touring musician, is, they're perfectionists. And there's definitely a standard and level of expectations. And, we are really hard on each other, and we're accountable to each other. And that's how you can maintain that standard. But you try not to make mistakes, but sometimes there's just like maybe from jet lag or being overworked or just whatever reason, there's a disconnect between your mind and your body, and sometimes you'll blow something. And then I tell everybody, you just own that mistake and no one will ever know. You just own it, or you do it twice. If you do it twice, it's a pattern.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's, I wonder if it's the same thing as in the caricature world. It's like, have you ever done something where it was like, oh God, I'm not happy with this. Let me do it again. Or,
Well, the trick is to not do it again. And like you say, right? If you do it twice, and you know, because you're a professional speaker and so am I, that
Yeah.
if you forget to tell somebody something, the crowd doesn't know you weren't you were going to tell them. Only
They
we
haven't
know. We go, oh, I forgot that line.
they
But the
haven't heard
crowd
your
doesn't
speech
know.
before.
It's the same thing when you're drawing a caricature event. They don't know that I didn't plan to make the nose like that.
Yeah.
I may not have planned to make it like that,
Yeah.
but you're working with marker, and you learn to just go, okay, I made it like that. How can I kind of fix it so they don't know? I mean, I've if they're really upset, I'll redo it. But I've never had that. Most people are amazed to see you draw from nothing, blank piece of paper to come out and be able to draw their face. So
Yeah.
they're always amazed at that it takes away from, oh, you didn't do the nostril right or something, and then I can always just say, hey, it's a caricature. It's not supposed to look like you if it's really bad, right?
Yeah, no, that whole thing fascinates me because it's almost like it's your interpretation or impression of not only the physical characteristics, but whatever energy or aura that person is like
Right.
putting off. You're getting a sense of that person. Are they wacky? Are they
Yeah.
a control freak? Or
Well, as a caricature artist, and I don't want to make this about me, but as a caricature artist, it's like you are when you go on stage with the band. You're on, right? You're tired, you're fatigued, you didn't sleep well, whatever it is. When you're in front of 80,000 people or however many people you get in a stadium, they expect you to perform at a certain level. And I was watching one of your drum videos this morning, and man, I'm sure you don't have to play that hard, but you were playing really hard. Like you were sweating and you were
oh
really playing it
yeah,
out, and it looked good. And when I go to a concert and pay $80, $100, I expect to see that.
oh you better
And it,
believe it. Yeah,
and it's the same thing when I do a wedding. If I'm drawing caricatures at a wedding, I may not feel like being there. There's many times I've had a nap in my car, and then I go into the wedding, and boom, I'm on. I'm joking with the fans and all of that kind of stuff. And that's what you have to do. That's part of
yeah.
being a professional, right?
Oh,
So
you got to be able to turn it on.
yeah. Were you with Jason during? I don't want to bring our interview down too much, but were you Jason during the Las Vegas shoot?
Yes, I've done every tour, every television show. I've never missed a. We've done thousands of shows, and I've never missed a show. The only show I've ever missed has been maybe about a decade ago. My grandparents, it was like The Notebook. They died on the same day. My grandparents were madly in love they were married for over 60 years. And anyways, I sent Miranda Lambert's drummer in to sub for me, and I had to go, to their funeral. But I tell everybody, the entertainment business, especially the road, what we do is we miss a lot of stuff. It's not for the faint of heart. We have missed birthdays, graduations, births. We miss everything, and our family members just go, well, that's the toss up because I saw Richie this morning on the Today Show. I'm going to watch him tonight on Tonight Show. So I guess he's not coming to my college graduation ceremony. You know what I mean? I guess he's not coming to our 40th
Right,
anniversary
right,
party. So you do what you can. You send a lot of gift cards and flowers and spa packages and that kind of stuff. But no, yeah, I was in Vegas. I'll always be the drummer that was on stage during one of the worst days in American history. And the sunshine that came from that was that all 60 members of our organization are completely unharmed, and we are all um, strongly moving forward with our lives. And we took a few days to reflect and step back on things. And 4 days later, we were on Saturday Night Live. We
Yeah.
went and did Saturday Night Live, and that was a very powerful moment. Very, I don't want to say fun, but it was fun. But but I felt guilty about it being fun because everybody wants to play Saturday Night Live. But it was a great healing moment for the country. Yes.